Hey everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called Messages for Hot and Cold Connections, and we have 3 piles to choose from today. Pile number 1 is represented by the Z for zebra. Pile number 2 is represented by the U for unicorn. And pile number 3 is represented by the E for elephant. So take a deep breath. Center into your energy. What are you feeling today? Are you feeling the letter Z for zebra? Are you feeling U for unicorn? Are you feeling E for elephant? And I will be dropping timestamps in the description box below so you can choose your pile. And as always, feel free to watch more than one pile. Thank you so much for being here. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, details for how to request one are below. And if you are looking for a natal chart reading, you can also book one with me, and there is details in the description box for how to do that. So let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to ring the bell. Okay. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the Z for zebra. And today's reading is called Messages for Hot and Cold Connections. So if you are in a connection with someone and it's been kind of choppy or it's been kind of on and off, then this reading is for you. We are going to find out what is going on, what the advice is, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and get your cards out first, pile number 1, your tarot cards, and then we'll flip over your oracle cards, okay? So let's go ahead for pile number 1. Can you show me this hot and cold connection? So funny because I just got S names, or the name Sylvester, which is it's not that common of a name, Sylvester. But anyway, pile number 1, let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see for my pile number 1s for a hot and cold messages for hot and cold connections. Okay, we've got the 8 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here, working real hard on something, but maybe feeling like it's just the same thing every day and things aren't changing, and I'm working really hard, or I'm trying really hard on this connection, but it's not really, the work and the effort that I put in doesn't feel like it's making a difference in this situation. So pile number 1, let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle cards. We have play and 2 dolphins playing together. We have denial, detach with love to clearly see the truth. We have new love, a new love or recommitment to love is developing. We have unavailable, closed emotionally and physically. We have, we have damn baby, feeling you, feeling all of it. We have here Leo, spotlight, courageous and creative. All right, and we have the sun and the moon. We have focus on your home and love, sun and Cancer, feeling at home, feeling like you belong. We have the mouse spirit here, tend to the small things. And that's definitely an 8 of Pentacles type of energy. And perhaps there's been some things around your house or some things having to do with your home that you really do need to be taking care of right now, pile number 1. And but all you can do is think about this person, or all you can do is think about the good times that you two had. I'm going to look at your tarot cards here. We have the 4 of Cups. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. We have the 6 of Wands. We have the 8 of Wands. And we have the 6 of Pentacles. Okay, so here's the deal, you know, pile number 1, that when you have play in the sun and the moon here, like the sun and the moon, when we're speaking about interactions with people, Sun and moon definitely have to do with a union type of an energy, or like you're my sun, you're my moon, my yin to my yang, my balance, that type of thing. Like we balance each other out. And here's the thing, I feel like you and this person have a lot of fun together, or you have a lot of, cool things in common. When you do get together, it's like everything gels. When you spend time together, it's really fun and it feels like you guys are in unison and it feels natural, is what I'm getting. It feels very, very natural. And we have card number 1 here. So I feel like, kind of from day one, everything was jiving with you and this person. Like you definitely jive together, like peanut butter and jelly, like, all those different, I can't think of other combinations right now, pile number 1, but you know what I mean. They go together like peanut butter and jelly, or you guys just really gel together really well and have a lot of fun. And there's just this feeling of, natural energy when you two are together. But, the problem is I also feel like too, that the sexual connection that you two share could also be, very playful, very fun. Like you really enjoy that interaction with each other. And when you're in the moment together, it's really cute or really fun. Okay. And, with the sun in Cancer, I do feel like you guys feel like you're at home with this person. And some of you here, because this person has been unavailable lately, or they haven't been around, or communication has been sporadic or spotty, I do feel like you guys are concerned, or maybe you are concerned that this person has someone else in their life, or that they've found somebody new, or that they found some other, person to kind of be with. Because, and the funny thing about it, pile number 1, is I do feel like this person's attention has been on something else or someone else here, okay? Because they're coming across as emotionally and physically unavailable. Like you guys did share these really fun moments together, but also maybe some of you heard about this person dating someone else or talking to someone else, or you heard it through the grapevine. And now I feel you've been kind of closed off to this person because it's like, well, I don't want you thinking that you can just, Knight of Swords, that you can just kind of say whatever to me and it's going to get me to change my mind. Or it's like, as soon as this person is confused with this other person that they've talked, as soon as this person has a tough moment with another person, it's like they come running back to you, pile number 1. Okay. And you're just kind of stuck there, kind of waiting for this person to reach out or to talk to you. And I feel like they come back when they're confused or when they don't know, when the other thing that they have going on in their life becomes really confusing, or they want, all of a sudden now they want to talk to you, or all of a sudden they want to come back, or all of a sudden they have, more to say. They've got more that they want to say. And I also feel that some of you could have somebody new in your life that could very well be interested in you too. And they want to, offer their cup to you, or they want to get to know you, but you're just not, your mind is on this other person, pile number 1, and you're not feeling ready for that, or you're not feeling, you're not interested, is what I'm getting. If there is some new love coming in to try to woo you guys, I feel like you're not available at this time, pile number 1. You could be emotionally or physically unavailable to someone new that comes into your life, because there's still this energy between you and this other person. And I do feel some of you here have heard that this person you know, is talking to someone else or has something else going on in their life. And I'm getting that you guys feel kind of stuck, pile number one, because it's like, I don't really want to, this other person's reaching out to me, but I don't really feel like talking to them. I really want to talk to this person, but they only come and talk to me when something is, you know, when it's convenient for them is what I'm getting, or when something is going on where they're not getting what they want from this other situation that they, and here's the thing, like, I'm getting that this person met someone else, pile number one. I'm not getting that they've been involved with someone else this whole time. I'm just getting that there is somebody else in the background that this person's been talking to, dating, or seeing, okay? And, you know, the thing is that with this play and the sun and the moon, like maybe some of you are thinking, oh, is this person like a player, or do they just act like they really gel with me, like emotionally and physically in the moment, and then it kind of like dries up or goes away? And yeah, with this mouse spirit here, perhaps some of you have just been focusing on what has been going on in your home and your surroundings, or focus on your home and love. So focusing on what is happening domestically for yourself, and maybe taking care of things, cleaning things, paying the bills. Maybe you need to do these types of things, like you need to take care of like little small projects around where you live right now, because I feel like that's important now too. And maybe some of you have been kind of avoiding some of those things because you've been feeling, you know, and the thing is with the Four of Cups is maybe feeling like a little emotionally constipated, or a little, I'm also getting like a little rejected, or a little emotionally constipated, or just feeling, and when I say that, I mean, it's like you're thinking about the fun times that you had with this person and you're holding on to that, but it's like this person just kind of comes around here and there whenever it is that they have a break or a moment to do that. But it's like they come back in to talk to you, or send you a text message, or say, what's up, how you're doing. But it just creates a lot of confusion. And I feel like it's kind of a bummer, pile number one. And, you know, I do think that this person, like, you know, they like that booty, pile number one, because they're sitting here grabbing onto that booty. They like that booty. And it's not because they're not feeling you, because I do feel like this person definitely feels you. Like, I think they do feel you, okay? And like they feel up on you, pile number one, but they also, like, they feel you. Like when you tell someone, hey, I feel you, or whatever, when you're in a conversation, I feel like they get it, okay? I do feel like this person, I don't feel like this person is stupid, pile number one. I mean, I do think they understand what they're doing, and I do think they are very attracted to you, and I do think they come back with little things, saying things here and there. And sometimes it's like, I feel like this person kind of communicates with you without really thinking about where it's going or where it's headed, but they just feel like talking to you. And so they just say whatever comes to mind, and they just kind of feel like checking in or talking to you. And, you know, and I do feel like with this Six of Wands and Eight of Wands, there is something here about confidence and, you know, kind of getting your confidence back here, particularly with this Leo energy, spotlight, courageous, and creative. And I feel something that you guys are really good at, like this person, I feel this person admires you, pile number one, for something that you do that's creative, or something that you do that's very, I'm drawn to this fire here at the bottom of this Eight of Wands. I mean, there definitely is a sense of passion and there is a sense of urgency. I feel like with the Eight of Wands, like there is passion, there is urgency, and it's definitely giving me like those Whitney Houston vibes. I want to run to you. Do you guys know that song by Whitney Houston? I want to run to you. I do feel like this person sometimes feels like an urgent need to reach out to you or to talk to you. And just at the moment when you're about ready to give up on this whole thing and trash this whole thing in general, pile number one, I feel like this person reaches out. And it's like, you know, I feel like they kind of, just when you're at kind of your breaking point or you're just feeling like very bored because you're not hearing from them, I feel like this person kind of pops out of nowhere, like pops out of the woodwork, and it's like, okay. And yeah, it's interesting with the denial, detach with love to clearly see the truth. And a new love or recommitment to love is developing, okay? And like I said, I feel there could be somebody that likes you or wants to take you out or has a crush on you, pile number one, or is into you, but I don't know if you're not really, I feel you guys are kind of the ones that might be unavailable and closed off emotionally and physically because, you know, you're waiting to hear from this person, or you want to hear what their plan is for moving forward, is what I feel. Pile number one, like you want to hear what their plan is for moving forward, and you want them to kind of explain to you like where they've been, why they've kept you waiting, what's going on, okay? And maybe you haven't really felt like tending to the small things, but you've been trying to take care of things, okay? Or maybe you've been burying yourself in things around the house and just doing small things here and there instead of putting yourself, you know, putting yourself out there a little bit more. And I mean, you do have, this person does like you, I feel, pile number one, and they do like the attention that they get from you is also what I'm getting here with this Leo and damn baby feeling you, all of you. I do feel like this person, you know, they're feeling the attention. They like the attention and they like the banter between you two. Like whether it's like witty banter or it's really fun talking to you, Knight of Swords, okay? Like I do feel that it's exciting for them, it revs them up, they like it, they're into it. But at the same time, I feel like you guys have been struggling and with your feelings about this, and perhaps this situation has been making you feel, because I'm just looking at the difference between the lion here and this mouse, right? And maybe it's making you guys feel a little bit inadequate, or it's making you guys feel like you want to say something or you want to do something, but you're not feeling super brave, or you're not feeling too, you know, you're wanting to hear from this person before you kind of go approach them, okay? And here's the thing though, pile number one, is I think you're gonna get farther quicker if you really still want to engage in this, okay? Even though maybe you heard like, here's the thing, pile number one, I actually feel if this person is talking to another person, I actually feel like you're ahead of that person, or you could beat that person out if you wanted to, okay? Because I do feel like you and this person have a really cool vibe together, okay? But I kind of feel like, you know, part of what is going to help this connection out, pile number one, is regaining your confidence and finding your ground, finding your stability and finding your ground and regaining your confidence in this situation. Because I do, first of all, our confidence doesn't have to be based always. I mean, it's nice to feel wanted and to feel hot and to feel like, it's nice to feel that way, right? But we can build our confidence within too. And I do think there is something here about building confidence and building towards a resolution that feels steady and secure and safe, okay? And that feels good for both people, right? Because we don't want to. And what's interesting here is I do feel like there is a passionate energy between you and this person. But I also feel perhaps maybe this situation has been a little bit hard to judge, or you're wondering, like I said before, if this person just likes the attention that they're getting from you, or if it's like an ego boost. And pile number one, I do think they like the attention that they get from you, and I do think that they like the ego boost, but that's not the only thing. I do feel like this person likes you, they're attracted to you, they enjoy the back and forth and the banter and the natural yin and yang connection that you two have together, and they like it, okay? I do feel like they like it, but there is something here, okay? New love, a new love or commitment, something. And that's why things can go hot and cold, right? Because somebody's emotionally or physically unavailable, all right? And I feel like you guys just, with the Six of Pentacles, you guys want to make sure that this is stable and that it's not just, sex, or it's not just, a passionate night or two or whatever. The passion is building and it is there, but I also feel like security is really important to you guys too with the Six of Pentacles. And here's something else I'm getting, pile number one. Like, if you guys are like, I wonder if this person understands where I'm coming from, and maybe they have a tendency to come and dump whatever is going on with them on you. But it's like, I wonder if this person really understands where I'm coming from. I actually do think that you lighten this person's mood and you make them feel lighter and you make them feel better. But what's with the unavailability? That's the part that I don't like. And, perhaps for those of you that are entertaining a new love and somebody is trying to get to know you, perhaps you're coming off as hot and cold towards someone new because you're not available, because you're caught up in something over here, and you're sending out a signal that you're not really that available. And maybe you guys feel like, well, the people that I want to talk to me are not talking to me, but the people that I don't really care if they talk to me or not are not really are reaching out, and I don't really feel like talking to them, okay? But I do, like I said, I think something that really helps out this scenario is regaining your confidence in this situation, pile number one, and to be brave and courageous. And maybe sometimes you are a little hesitant to reach out to this person, and you're a little hesitant to put your feelings on the line about how you're doing and how you're feeling, or you're not feeling super courageous or inspired to do that. But I do think in order to kind of move this connection forward, you may need to be the one that is, being the brave one, okay? Being out there on the front line and being the brave one, or just taking control of your agency in the situation. And it's like, for you, you want to feel like this person holds you in high esteem, or they value you, or they admire you, and you want this situation to move forward and to develop into something stable. But the communication is a little off for you guys. And maybe you guys have been a little bit passive with your own communication, kind of waiting for this person to pop through. But I think if you want to put yourself in the running or put yourself in the mix, you got to be a little bit more forward in this situation, pile number one, and then you can find out, like, does this person, do they really have the qualities that I'm looking for? Do they really have the things that I want and like and need? I'm just going to get 2 cards here on the Six of Pentacles, okay? You know, the Six of Pentacles is so much about equal give and take and working in harmony with another person in a way that actually makes sense from like a common sense perspective. It's a really grounded energy. It's a really nice energy. And it's the energy where things kind of even out between you and another person. And but maybe you guys are needing to put a little more effort here, okay? And all right, we've got hunger. Yeah, definitely, like hungry for that feeling of security and stability. Let me get one more here. Let me get one more. Let me get one more, please. Hunger is about desire. And again, I talked about the fire burning underneath that Eight of Wands and the desire. Hunger and faith. Okay, so interesting. And you know, I'm kind of one of those people, pile number one, that doesn't always believe in, like, I don't know, that all my desires are going to become true. And maybe you're one of those people that's like that too. You don't always believe that all your desires are going to come true. But I kind of feel like this Six of Pentacles is saying, you know, this person does have a hunger for you. Keep the faith. Like, they do like you, or they are into you, or you did hit them in some type of way, pile number one, but perhaps you're playing it a little bit small in this situation, or you're not stepping up to the plate, or you're waiting for this person to come to you or something. But yeah, I do feel like, yeah, this person does want you, or they do like you. But perhaps it's been a little bit hard to develop continuity or like faith in the situation, because it's been a bit of a bumpy ride here, pile number one. But I think you can get back on your, I think you have to be the confident one, and you have to be the one that believes that this could work out. And if this person comes to the table, good. If they don't, then that's fine. You can move on, because I do feel like some of you could definitely have somebody new popping into your life as well, okay? So pile number one, that is what I am getting for you, my loves. I hope that that reading resonated for you and brought you some information, at least, pile number one, okay? I hope it brought you some type of information that you can use. And pile number one, I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, and your feedback. Take care, my friends. Let's move on to pile number two. Okay. Alrighty then. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the unicorn, and today's reading is a message for hot and cold connections. Oop, and look at my pile, kind of went wild there. So let's go ahead and get your oracle cards out, pile number two, and then we will take a look at the energy. And I'm sorry if the light is flicking a little bit. I'm gonna have to change these lights because they've just been flicking and flickering away, pile number two. But let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see. Spirit, please, for pile number two, can you show me for this hot and cold connection, a message for this hot and cold connection that pile number one, or pile number two came here for, please. Can you show me message for hot and cold connection? Okay. Oh, we got the Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Oh, again with the lights. Come on now. Let's go ahead for pile number 2. And I'm going to, okay, we have the underworld here. We've got apology. You can expect the apology that you want to hear. Pile number 2, somebody owes you an apology. Play hard, find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. We have eyes of desire, admiring you and adoring you. Somebody likes your eyes. Pile number 2. We have breadcrumbs, just enough to keep you. Ooh, yeah, this person does owe you an apology, pile number 2, for sure. And I mean, the thing is, pile number 2, I feel like you guys know when somebody is breadcrumbing you, or when somebody, like, you know, when underworld, like, you're no dummy, pile number 2. You weren't born yesterday, and you know when somebody isn't being straight with you, or isn't, like, you understand the energy, I feel, pile number 2, okay? And let's go ahead and see here. We have security. Feeling secure in your environment, confidence is key. And that was a huge thing that actually came up in pile number 1 as well, is being secure and confident. And when we see the 6 of Wands, we see that confidence really shining through, and that sense of letting oneself be admired or be adored and all of that. And, you know, perhaps this breadcrumbing or this hot and coldness has been affecting your guys' confidence, or it's been making you feel really shitty or down, pile number 2. And I totally get that. But I also feel like you guys are very, like, you've already gone through. I also feel you guys are very secure in yourselves, pile number 2, because you've already been through a lot of things in your life. With this underworld here, like, you've already been through a lot of tough situations in your life. And so you are not going to kind of base your opinion on how you feel about yourself based on what another person is doing and how they are acting, okay? And I feel like you guys detest immaturity, okay? And you're not afraid to call somebody out either, pile number 2, is what I feel. And I feel if you call this person out and you say, hey, what's going on? What's up? Like, something's off, or what's going on? I do feel like this person may give you an apology at that time, okay? We have Sun Chiron here. Yeah, Sun Chiron is definitely like a shot to the confidence, or feeling undeserving, is something like feeling undeserving about something, okay? And somebody's feelings getting hurt is what I also feel too, okay? And maybe this person did hurt your feelings, pile number 2, because even though you're very strong, and I feel you're very even temperamental, if I may say that, pile number 2, if I dare say that. I mean, I do think there is a side of you that can really, like, if somebody is being a certain way with you, I do, which I like, pile number 2, because cut to the chase, right? Cut the bullshit. Either you like me or you don't like me, and I'm not going to sit here and, you know, wait and to try to, like, hear your excuses, right? And so I kind of feel like there's a little bit of a hard ass within you, and perhaps you don't like excuses, or you don't like it when people don't take accountability for their sharing things, okay? But I do feel like this person feels bad for ignoring you, is something that I'm getting, or they feel badly for not, you know, for just ignoring you, right? Because the sun wants attention. When we think of the sun and we think of, like, what could you really do to kind of hurt the sun if you wanted to, or to kind of like damage the sun or to wound the sun, would be to not pay attention to the sun, or to be like dismissive of the sun, and maybe this person in some way was kind of ignoring you or being dismissive towards you. And, you know, it's like, what the hell? Am I like chopped liver around here or what? You know, and maybe some of you have also dealt in this situation recently. This has come up with friends or it's come up at work as well. And it's like, yeah, I'm not going to, like, I feel secure in myself, and I've been to, you know, I've seen the darker side of life with the underworld, and I don't let anybody intimidate me, and I don't let anybody take advantage of me. And because I've had that experience in my life before. And I also feel you guys are kind of like, I refuse to kind of talk to this person again or interact with them again or give them any more attention until they apologize for the way that they've been acting. And I love that. I love that, pile number 2. I mwah, chef's kiss. Love the energy. You know, sometimes a good sense of healthy pride in life is a good thing. It's a good thing to be prideful in oneself. Now, I'm not talking about the dangerous type of pride, but I'm talking about, you know, and perhaps both you and this other person, perhaps they're both prideful, and it's hard to apologize. You know, when people are very prideful, it can be very hard to apologize sometimes. But I also feel like you guys, I mean, I also feel that you guys have dealt with situations way worse than this, or you've dealt with harder situations in your life. So it's going to take a lot more than this to kind of shake your confidence. You know, pile number 2, I like that. We have Moon and Capricorn. Yep. And that's definitely, I'm definitely feeling that Sun Saturn energy in this pile. And Chiron oftentimes can be like a baby Saturn, or treated as a baby, kind of the qualities of a baby Saturn in astrology. So we're getting hit with the Capricorn energy right now in your pile. Maybe some of you have Sun Saturn in your chart, or you've got Capricorn in your chart, but yeah, or perhaps Leo as well, because I'm talking about that sense of achievement and that sense of pride and that sense of knowing who you are. And it says here, accomplishment, scale mountains to gain a sense of achievement. And sometimes, like, when we really come from a hard place in life and like we raise ourselves up and we become successful and we do the work, right? It creates a sense of confidence that radiates into other areas of our life. And, you know, it's interesting with the play hard and the Moon in Capricorn. So perhaps somebody is a work hard and play hard type of a person. You know, they work hard and they play hard. Perhaps this person is a bit of a work hard, play hard type of a person. I'm getting the energy of somebody going to Vegas to party, or just going, you know, like working really hard and just slogging away, but then going to like enjoy themselves and have fun and party. And, you know, it's that attitude of like, I work hard so that I can enjoy my life, and so that I can do fun things, and so that I can enjoy what is happening. Okay. And perhaps you guys also have that attitude too, as well, like a work hard, play hard. And, yeah, it's interesting here. Eyes of desire. So something about your eyes, the way you look at this person, pile number 2, tells this person that you like them, or shows them that there's this like deeper side to you, is what I feel. And I do feel like this person, like they like that side of you, that deeper side to you. Okay. And, let's see what else. We have the White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. Okay, accomplishment, trust in the magic. And this is where like Moon and Capricorn can be very like reality based, or very dry, or just this is the way that it is what it is type of energy. But trust that you are going somewhere in life, pile number 2, and you're building towards a better future. And every day that you do something and accomplish something for your goals and etc., your confidence goes up. You feel like you feel better about yourself and what you're doing in the world. And I think you guys truly do trust in the magic, okay? I think you do. I don't think that you have forgotten to trust in the magic, even though you have been busy and there's been a lot happening, okay? And perhaps somebody said trust that it's going to be okay, or trust that this is going to work out okay, or believe that this is going to be fine, okay? But at the same time, I do feel like there is this sense of goals or dreams or working towards ambitions that you and this person share together. And there is like this magical energy when you two get together. But perhaps, it is time to find some time to goof off and enjoy each other and like have a good time and enjoy one another. And perhaps maybe you and this person were supposed to go out, or you had follow-up plans and it was like, sorry, I have to cancel, or there was excuses, or it was you feel like you were getting breadcrumbed and it pissed you off because you really did like this person, is what I feel. Pile number 2. Let's see what we've got going on. We've got the universe. Yeah, very strong, successful person. The 8 of Pentacles. You run a tight ship, pile number 2. You really do. We have the 5 of Wands. You're not trying to put up with bullshit because you got too much going on yourself. We have the 9 of Pentacles. And anything worth having is worth, working hard for, of course. And I do love I feel you guys have struggled through adversity, pile number 2, and people that think that you couldn't do it, or that you're not capable, or that you can't do something. And because you've had to take on a lot yourself and really own your journey, I feel like it has made you a much more confident person. And because you've had to accomplish so much on your own, I feel like it's made you a very capable person. But I also kind of feel like perhaps relationships have been, what's so interesting is we have the Fool and the Universe, which represent the beginning of the tarot and the very end of the tarot. So that is so interesting. And perhaps sometimes there is this kind of spirit of friendly competition in this spirit of friendly competition, play hard, fun time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. But there could be some, with this 5 of Wands here, there could be some type of tension or competition in a way between you and this person, because you're both so similar in a lot of ways. I feel, pile number 2, like you really are. You're coming through as the Universe and the 8 of Pentacles, and this person's coming through as the 9 of Pentacles and the Fool. So, this person has had to take some risks in life, but it's really paid off. And it shows in the things that they've been able to do. And I feel like you've had to really work hard to fight for what you want and need in your life. So we have 2 people who are both very skilled, who are both very hardworking people. We have 2 people who are very, perhaps sometimes competitive, or, but at the same time, I feel like the breadcrumbing really has to do with schedules, discipline, work, priorities. You know what I'm saying, pile number 2? I don't feel like someone's talking to someone else, or there's some other, shit going on in the background. I'm not getting that in your pile. You guys also have the Unicorn pile, which is you and this person are both different. And I don't think either one of you would be necessarily the average person's cup of tea, because you're both different in a lot of ways, and you bring a lot to the table, pile number 2. You really bring a lot to the table. And maybe you feel like things have been kind of boring lately with the Universe and the 8 of Pentacles, and it's just been you know, work, mountains, achievement, accomplishment, which is great, but I also just feel like perhaps it hasn't like been that great maybe for your romantic relationships, which I understand. Sometimes you have to put romantic relationships on the back burner and you have to really focus on completing things, wrapping things up, finishing things, committing to the promises that you made. Like, you can't just drop things midway. You got to follow them through. And I know you guys know that, and you have a really big sense of responsibility. And I do feel like this person with the Nine of Pentacles likes the finer things in life, and they may be on a way to, you know, they may be like an entrepreneur or somebody who is excited about new ventures. And, you know, of course, the Fool is going to play hard, like find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy each other. Like, the Fool plays hard and goes hard, and the World card is like the Capricorn, like, scale the mountain to success and achievement. And I mean, I do feel like this person, they have a lot of ideas. They're very excited about different things in life. They get really engaged in what they're doing, and it's sexy. You know what I mean? Perhaps you guys really like that. You're like, no, this person's really sexy because they got this, you know, winner mindset, or they've got this winner mentality, or they have taken like risks in their life and it has really paid off. Nine of Pentacles. Perhaps this person is good in the stock market, or, you know, they've made some very wise investments, or because they have taken risks, because they have like gone the extra mile. And I do feel like, you know, together, you and this person could be like a total, you know, power couple. But I feel like the struggle in this connection, pile number 2, is this work hard, play hard type of energy. And I do think that this person owes you an apology. And sometimes with the Five of Wands, we're making things more difficult than they actually need to be. Do you know what I mean? And because we feel like so good about how we're operating in another area, we're so excited about the things that we have going on, sometimes we make things harder than they need to be. And I do feel like, you know, perhaps you guys have dealt with that energy, making things harder than they need to be, or this person has made things harder than they need to be because, because of their pride, or because of, you know what I mean, pile number 2. But there is, you know, there is some tension with this Five of Wands and between the both of you. And it has to do with time and pride, and it has to do, and you know, the Five of Wands is a Saturn and Leo card. So we talk about, you know, time with Saturn, and we talk about Leo with pride, right? Being able to kind of make the time for someone, put away our pride. And this person may have, the person that you're dealing with may have a hard time like slowing their mind down at times. They may have a hard time resting. They may have a hard time because they're kind of like always going, and they always have a million different things going on and ideas going on. And that's really cool, you know, and I feel like you guys are very accomplished as well. Pile number 2, where you set a course in your life to become very accomplished and strong, you know. And it's not like you guys need someone, it's like you want to have someone in your life. And I do think that you're going to get an apology from this person. I do think they feel bad. I do think they owe you an apology. And it is, you know, it's about priorities, right? Because again, I don't feel like this person was breadcrumbing, or you were breadcrumbing, or they were breadcrumbing. It could have a little to do with pride with the breadcrumbing, but I don't feel like there was, you know, maliciousness behind it, really. Pile number 2, okay? I feel maybe it did feel kind of malicious with the Sun Chiron there, but I do feel like this person is going to like apologize and say, you know, like this person over here could have like total ADD, or, you know, like they could be, and I'm just saying that because maybe they're not diagnosed ADD, but they could be kind of like always having different things going on, or 100, and it's fun in a way, but it's also like a lot to deal with. So pile number 2, I'm going to raise my glass to you and this person and invite in the energy, right? Trust the magic and say, you know, there is a wounding here. Somebody's pride was injured, all right? Some Chiron. And perhaps maybe you guys felt like this person should have, you know, apologized or said something. But I do feel like they will, pile number 2. And then it's going to be up to you what you want to do with that, or how you want to move forward in this connection. Okay, so pile number 2, that is what I am getting for you, my friends. That was a pretty clear message, and I like it when things are not, it's not that it's horrendously complicated. I even feel pile number 2, it's not. It's just a matter of making that priority and putting away the pride, you know, and I feel like that person kind of owes that to you. So pile number 2, many blessings, my friend. I wish you the best. Would love to hear your thoughts, your comments, and your feedback. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the elephant, and today's reading is called Messages for Hot and Cold Connections, pile number 3. So we are going to go ahead and get into it, my loves. I'm excited to do this reading for you. For some reason, I was just thinking about that Katy Perry song from back in the day. You're yes, then you're no. You're up, then you're down. You're hot, then you're cold. You know that song, guys? Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it for my beautiful pile number 3s and see. For pile number 3, Spirit, can you show me? What is the message for this hot and cold connection that pile number 3 came here for? What is the message here for this hot and cold connection that pile number 3, what is the message? I don't know, I just felt like saying Messiano or Messagiano or something like that. I don't know why I felt like saying, I don't know what the Italian word is for message, but anyway, DiGiorno, pile number 3, but let's go ahead and get into it. We've got the 5 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Ooh, that 5 of Pentacles can feel rotten sometimes, but it's a good time to kind of reassess and think about, like, you know, how did I get in this nutshell? As Austin Powers would say, how did I find my way into this nutshell? And sometimes with the 5 of Pentacles, it can be like, you know, I've run out of options, or there's nothing else I can do, or it's a feeling of frustration, but we're kind of focusing on the wrong things. And so anyway, pile number 3, let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle cards. We have the Seeker. Love that for you. Pile number 3. We have stability. This relationship can stand the test of time. Okay. We have integrity. Does this situation align with your values and your morals? Integrity. Well, that's a really important one, isn't it? And that is something, when a situation aligns with our values and morals, it does create a sense of stability. And I feel you guys have really been seeking this type of, but I also feel you've been very open to, like, I feel some of you are kind of at a place in your life now where it's like, I'm very open to seeking out like relationships that feel very stable and integrous to what I'm trying to create in my life. So that is beautiful. I love that intention, pile number 3. And I feel like you guys are a pile with a lot of intentionality. So I love that. We have the Mile, the Mile High Club, plane, travel, and adventures, okay? And we have the Red Light Special, pamper and take care of you. Okay, and something's telling me right out the gate here, pile number 3, that this person may be a little bit worried about satisfying you, or they may be a little bit worried that they're not good enough, or they may be a little bit worried that they're not like your usual caliber of someone, or they're not really like your, I don't know, I'm getting some insecurities from this person, pile number 3. And of course, you know, you guys deserve, and that's fine. I mean, people can be insecure, they're allowed to be insecure, but let's see what else, but sometimes when people are like totally, you know, retching in their insecurity, it really does make somebody behave in a very hot and cold way. And so, you know, can we get past that, or what's going on with that? Because I do feel like you guys deserve somebody that can pamper you, can take care of you, can treat you special. And perhaps some of you have been wanting to meet someone that has a good, strong income, or somebody that you can travel with and you could go on special adventures with, and somebody who's very stable, and somebody who really like means well and is very strong in their commitments. And you know, you want to feel special, and you want to, and who doesn't want to feel special? Who doesn't want that, right? But I feel like this is something that you guys have been seeking out, and perhaps you guys like to travel, or you want to do more traveling in your life, and it's important to meet someone that can do that as well. And perhaps some of you had an ex that you would travel with a lot, or you did a lot of different things with, or that person, you know, took care of you or spent money on you at certain times. And, you know, that can be intimidating for a newer person coming into your life. If they somehow know about that, that can be a little bit intimidating. It can kind of be like, well, I don't know if I have all that going on, you know? So let's see what's going on here. We have Aquarius. You have that uniqueness that people look for but can't find. I love that, pile number 3. Good for you. And I feel you guys are spiritual seekers, pile number 3, light workers, spiritual seekers, people who really like to be in tune with the universe. You like to travel, you like to go to different places, you like to explore the world. You're definitely different. And I feel like you're so different from the type of person that this person that you came to this reading for, like you're so different than anyone else they've ever been with. And that could be a little bit intimidating, because maybe you're like far more well traveled than this person, or perhaps you are like very knowledgeable on, you know, certain spiritual topics, and those kinds of things may confuse this person, or they may not totally be sure where they fit into your life. Okay, pile number 3. And so this is interesting. This is very interesting. Like, you got a good thing going on, good solid thing here, pile number 3 going on, but maybe this person is a little like, wow, you know, pile number 3's got it going on, but what do I do? Mercury, I love that. Communication is so important to you guys. Like, it is the end all be all of everything. And of course, like, interactions can only flourish if people have good communication skills. Okay. And, I mean, I feel you guys are also very smart and intellectual as well, with a wide variety of interests. And perhaps some of you are into science or technology, or you're into like the science and the technology of the mind and the way that the mind works, and meditation. But you guys are like lifelong learners, I feel, pile number 3. And first and foremost, the way you connect with people is, you know, intellectually and through conversations and through the mind. You know, I feel you're not superficial at all. And I mean, this person may be concerned, like, I can't pamper pile number 3 all the time and take care of them all the time, and I can't go on trips with them all the time. And maybe that is like in somebody's mind, it's like, well, that's just, but the thing is I feel pile number 3, you're not superficial like that at the same time. Yes, you like to do those things. Yes, that's cool and fun. But at the same time, I feel like how you primarily connect with someone ultimately is through the mind, and talking and learning about that person. And so when the communication, and I feel you and this person could have really cool, fun conversations with each other. And that's probably what attracted you to this person in the first place. It's like, yeah, like, you know, we like hit it off, like talking just conversing, like we've got the same ideas about things, or we've got similar interests or hobbies, or we're both like nerds or things like this. Do you know what I'm saying, pile number 3? But at the same time, and I feel like that's what really drew you to this person, is the initial communication that you two had. But when things go hot and cold and someone isn't communicating with you properly, I feel like that really turns you off, or that's really like, because for you, you thrive on, good open communication. And maybe some of you are here are air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or you have that, heavy in your chart, and you like to know, and most people do, right? Good communication is the foundation and cornerstone of any interaction with someone. But if this person, 5 of Pentacles, has been pulling back from the communication, I think it's because of some of the issues and the insecurities that we've been talking about. Pile number 3. And I do feel like this person thinks that you have a high IQ, or that there's many things that they could learn from you as well, which is very cool. Yep, there it is. Wouldn't you know, pile number 3, it is the sun in Gemini, and communications, of course. Hone your negotiation and relationship skills. And this is something that, things need to be talked about openly. And again, we see the plane here in the background, and we see the Mile High Club, plane travel, adventure, and perhaps somebody in this connection lives a little bit farther away, or you've got to travel a bit to see that person. But talking things out and remaining open and working on the intellectual side of relationship skills, being able to talk about things, be open with one another, make plans, come up with solutions to things, talk things out. And I feel like you guys are very open to like talk about things, and you're very keen, I feel, pile number 3, to develop your own communication skills and relationships. And I mean, I think you really have no problem with people being themselves. You're very like independent and free. You've got no problem with people needing space either, or just needing some time to themselves. I don't really feel like you guys are actually really well adjusted emotionally. It just drives you freaking bonkers when somebody is not picking up what you're receiving, or they're not receiving what you're saying, or they're not picking up on what you're trying to say, and that they're also not engaging in good communication practices with you. I feel like you guys are like, It becomes boring when people are not really tuned in to each other that way. Do you know what I'm saying, pile number 3? And perhaps sometimes you felt like a lack in the dialogue, or you feel like you were carrying the dialogue, or you feel like, and pile number 3, here's something that I'm going to tell you guys, is you're such talented communicators, and you're so good, intelligent, and coming up with things. Maybe some people just have a little bit of a hard time keeping up with you, or it's a little hard for other people sometimes to keep up with you, because the Gemini mind can move very quickly, can move very fast. The mercurial person is like 10 steps ahead, and people are like, wait, slow down. And this person may sometimes like have a hard time understanding like what you're saying, or what you mean by something, or like, what did you mean by what you said? And it's kind of like, I feel like they have a big question mark over their head right now, because they're kind of like, well, what's going on, or what's pile number 3 trying to say, or what do they want, or what do they mean by what they said? And maybe something you guys just kind of were talking about made them feel insecure. Not because I don't feel you guys are the mean person that makes other people feel insecure. I feel just, you're something about your interests or what you were talking about perhaps made this person feel insecure. Now, this person also, I'm getting something about a person who recently had dental issues, or was having mouth pain or tooth pain. Perhaps you were or they were. It could have been this person and they were thinking about having to spend a lot of money on that, and it's overwhelming and it's a lot and it's irritating. And perhaps this person has had some expensive health things come up and it's like, fuck, you know, you guys know how it goes when that stuff happens. And I feel like you guys are very understanding though. Like if a person tells you, hey, I'm going through this, I need some time, whatever. I feel like you guys, okay, fine, that's cool. Just let me know, right? Let me know. And yeah, but I am seeing somebody who is worried about money or knows that they have to drop some money. Perhaps somebody has some, tooth pain or dental work or something they've got to work on, and that can be very depressing. I mean, teeth pain, teeth issues, my God. Pile number 3, that is why I go to the dentist 3 times a year, because I do not mess around with my teeth, my friends. But let's go ahead and see what else we have here. We have the cow spirit. The miracles are endless. The miracles are endless. And you have some really good energy around you right now, and I feel like spirit really wants to take care of you. And yeah, and I feel like good things are happening for you in your life, and there is abundance coming your way, and there is like this beautiful, maybe some of you are kind of like vegetarians or vegans, or I know like in Indian culture, people are vegans, vegetarians, or just vegetarian in general, and cows are very much looked at as very special and sacred. So perhaps some of you also, really try to eat right and take care of yourself, and you follow a particular diet. But yeah, I mean, every change that you guys have done to take care of yourselves and to be a better you in your life, like everything you've done has been wonderful, pile number 3, and it's helped you grow so much, right? And I do think the miracles are endless for you guys, and I do feel like travel, communication, going places, meeting people, talking, like this is all like good things happening for you, right? And here's something I'm going to say, pile number 3. Now, I'm not against you getting with this person. I'm not a superficial person either. It's not about people's income and what they're doing. But I do have to say, pile number 3, that I kind of feel that you guys are going to move past this connection onto something a little bit better. That's kind of what I'm getting right now, pile number 3. And maybe it's like a head scratcher and you can't figure out why this person is like not really communicating, or they're not really, it doesn't seem they're pulling back their interest, and the non-communication is what I feel like really irritates you guys or puzzles you guys. But at the same time, I think this person kind of has their reasons for that. But I also kind of feel that this connection is hot and cold for a reason. And I do feel like some of you are going to like end up with someone else or kind of move beyond this connection. I just have to be like straight up, pile number 3, okay? I kind of feel that you will, like maybe some of you will meet someone a little better, or somebody who's not as inhibited for certain reasons. But let's look at your cards. We have the 9 of Pentacles here. Ooh la la, so pretty. We have the 5 of Wands. Oh boy. You guys don't want drama. That's the thing. Like, you're really, it's so funny here because maybe people think you have it all together all the time, or you have it all figured out, or sometimes people look at you as like a Miss Perfect or Mr. Perfect sometimes. But I think the main thing is why you guys are the way that you are is you really don't want to get caught up in a lot of drama. And I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. But there is something exciting, I feel like, brewing in the background here. Okay, ooh, did you see that spin? We have the 2 of Swords, okay? This person's they're a little afraid, I feel like, of calling your attention to something. I feel like, pile number 3. Like they're a little afraid of messing things up or calling your attention to something or starting a fight is kind of what I'm getting here. We've got the Page of Pentacles. Ooh, well, this Page of Pentacles looks like, you know, sexy in the boardroom, like commanding things and confident and like looks like they got it going on, okay? And yeah, interesting. We've got the 5 of Cups, okay? And I do feel like that there was somebody that was like in your life that was very suited to your lifestyle, pile number 3, or was very, but something ended with that person, you know? And the in-between phase has been a little bit awkward, or it's been a little bit, maybe you found yourself spending a lot of time alone, or you found yourself not interested in that many people, or you found that your usual social kind of getting to know people is a little more like you're not as maybe like feisty as you were in the past, or maybe you're a little more kept to yourself is kind of what I'm feeling here. And it could be because of, you know, something that you guys were, it could be a marriage that ended, it could be a connection with somebody who would have been like perfect and fit into your life in a very perfect way, but at the same time, like, didn't work out, okay? And I'm also seeing, it's interesting because I'm seeing father on this headstone here. So perhaps some of you had a father that was very into business or very into money, or at times you felt could be like really greedy or really only about themselves or what they want or need, okay? But, or maybe some of you lost your father and you've been on your own for a while, okay? But that's interesting because I'm seeing the father here and somebody kind of going to their father's grave. But yeah, I do feel, and this person as well, I do feel this person, you came here for this reading, pile number 3, I do feel like they've dealt with loss in their life. They could have lost their job, okay? Page of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. They could have, you know, tried to graduate from school, but they didn't get the job that they wanted. They didn't get the income they wanted, or they got fired, or they got let go for something, or they feel like they let their parents down, or they let their father down, or that they're not as, you know what I mean? Pile number 3, I kind of feel like this person is like RIP my career, or RIP my success, or, you know, something turned out different than I thought it was going to for myself. And maybe they weren't very happy in some career that they thought they were going to do, or they were trying to do something to please their father, but it didn't work out. And, you know, ever since then, I do feel like this person's maybe been avoiding like talking to certain people in their life. I feel they could be avoiding talking to their mother or talking to a family member. I'm just getting something about that, but they've just been avoiding something is what I feel. And they've kind of been in an in-between phase in their life. And it's funny because they've been in an in-between phase in their life because of what's happened. And you've been in kind of a do your own thing, independent, like not wanting people to kind of mess up your life. You know, it's like when you just cleaned your house and everything's beautiful, and then all of a sudden 10 kids with muddy feet, you know, rush in. And it's like, I just feel like you guys are kind of like, now that I got my life where I wanted it to be, I don't really want, you know, I miss the excitement or the fun, but I don't really want anybody to, and maybe you guys have been feeling a little bit lonely or a little bit sad, or you've been trying to focus on your work, or you've been trying to focus on your hobbies, but it does feel, maybe sometimes it feels like life is passing you by, or you've been feeling kind of lonely at the same time, but you don't really want to put up with the drama of shit at the same time too, which I totally get. And, you know, like perhaps when you were younger, you were more willing to like fight for things or fight for something, but I kind of feel maybe your love life has been a little wah-wah lately, or it's just been kind of like hanging on a thread, or not really. It's not like horrible, but it's not like lighting anything on fire either, or you just prefer, it's like, I don't want to get messy. You know what I mean? I really don't want to get wrapped up in things. And that's why I feel perhaps maybe you've been a little hot and cold as well. And sometimes when we're in a hot and cold situation, it's because we're being a little hot and cold too. It's like, I don't really want to, I'm just going to stay over here. I don't really want any drama in my life right now. Like, I've kind of got to this position, and I don't want 10 screaming children with their muddy feet running through my house, aka a bad relationship. You know what I mean? And so the non-communication, I feel like, is kind of bothering you guys as well. But here's what I kind of feel, pile number 3. I feel you've been going through a phase of getting yourself together, understanding where you're at, working on your own things in life, avoiding drama, healing from things in the past. Like, I feel you've really been doing this, and it's been really good for you. And I do feel like you guys have your shit together. I do. Okay. And I do think, you know, this person, it's interesting and unique. Perhaps they're younger than you. I'm also seeing you guys, there could be an age difference here, or maybe someone's a little bit younger, but I do feel like this person isn't really 5 of Wands, 2 of Swords. I feel like this isn't really your person, pile number 3. Like, it's not your, I'm going to be with this person forever person. And maybe that's, you guys already know that. And so you're just trying not to sweat it. But, and I agree, like, don't sweat it. If you're like, no, I already know, it's just kind of bothering me that I'm not hearing from them, but I already know, like, you know, that I'm not going to kind of end up with this person. And I would just, you're in a phase that you're going to be coming out of, I feel, pile number 3. And when you come out of that phase, like, you're going to be traveling, you're going to be going places, you're going to be talking to people. Maybe some of you work in communications, or you work in hospitality, travel, etc. But I feel like your light is really going to light up, and your life is really going to light up, and there's a potential there. And I kind of feel like this awkward phase is going to kind of end, and maybe that's what this has been kind of an awkward phase. But I do feel like it's going to end, and it's not that you can't, you know, hang out with this person or talk to them. I just kind of feel like they're not the end all be all for you guys. Do you know what I mean? I feel at the end of the day, you guys are seekers, and there's something else that you're gonna find, okay? So pile number 3, that is what I am getting for you, my loves. I hope that reading resonated, and I would love to hear your thoughts and your comments. Take care.